You're listening to the Mighty 690 KGGF. I am Matt Jordan, and we do have some severe weather in the area, and our KGGF's own John Leonard is actually on the phone. He's out driving around, checking it out. John, where you at, and what's it look like where you are?
Well, Matt, thank you very much. I am right around Tyro, about a mile south of Tyro. People that know the area know that there's a hill that kind of overlooks the valley to the south, and that's exactly where I'm located right now. Just a few sprinkles coming down in this area right now, but very dark to the south and southwest. In fact, I've seen some lightning as well here just in the last 5 minutes, several lightning strikes in the area, and this storm is moving our way. Again, I checked radar just a moment ago, and there does appear on radar an indication of hail on that, and there are reports of straight-line winds of up to 60 miles per hour. But again, here just south of Tyro, just a few sprinkles right now. But again, as I look to the south and southwest, this is coming our way. Again, does have some hail embedded in it, at least on radar, some heavy straight-line winds, and, of course, as I've mentioned, some lightning. Just to the east of me, I hear quite a few turkeys gobbling, and they seem to be getting pretty excited about the weather, if that's any indication. Again, located just south of Tyro right now on the hill, if you know the area, overlooking the south and southwest, kind of the valley down below. So this is coming our way. We remind our listeners to stay tuned, and we'll keep you up to date. Thank you, Matt.
All right, thank you, John. And yeah, we'll keep you up to date as John continues to drive that way. And yeah, Jared, little known factor, maybe, I don't know, you probably didn't know this. I don't know how many people know this, but turkeys actually really respond well to thunderstorms. Generally, after a thunderstorm, it's a good time to, if it's in season, a good time to hunt turkeys. I actually have killed the two that I have hunted right after and during thunderstorms. So
that's interesting. I did not know that. I'm definitely a city boy myself,
yes.
So it's not something I knew.
Yeah,
now
so
I know.
to hear that there's some turkeys gobbling, I'm not surprised by that. But yeah, so I'm kind of looking at the radar over here, Jared, and it's kind of funny because where Caney, Indy, and Coffeyville are, it's this weird little pocket, and there's storms like all around it, but it's not in Montgomery County, at least in the main parts there. But south of that, Bartlesville's getting hit pretty hard. West of Pawhuska, and up to the Kansas border is all pink, and that's a lot of hail. There's some hail that has just moved through Nowata County. It looks like we're going to be lucky enough not to see anything, but like northern Parsons and part of Labette County is seeing some hail as well, and that's kind of as that storm kind of moves out. Coffeyville could see a little bit of the thicker rain, but for the most part, all green for Coffeyville as far as rain is concerned. So you actually just came in from outside. So what's it kind of look like? I noticed the wind picked up.
Yeah, it's definitely picked up. Those gusts are really blowing in hot, and as mentioned, it can get up to 60 miles per hour. It definitely has that feel of a storm. You kind of know that feel where the precip is about to come. It has the kind of the smell, too. I don't know if you,
yeah.
It kind of has that kind of feel outside to it. So the storms are definitely in the area, and they might be here in Coffeyville here in just a little bit, but they are definitely in the surrounding areas.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that for you as of course we do want to thank our severe weather sponsors, those who make it possible for us to be up here letting you know about everything that's going on. That's Star Roofing, Eck Heat and Air, and H&H Roofing. Make sure to stay tuned to the Mighty 690 KGGF as we continue to update you on all of the severe weather that we could possibly see moving in and out of this area. Of course, nothing at the moment, severe weather alerts for Labette and for Montgomery County, and I think Jared has something real quick.
We just got a phone call saying there's a fire on 2nd and Elm out in that area, so be sure to avoid that area. Also, there's quite a bit of heavy rain out in northern Coffeyville, so that'll probably hit the southern part of the city anytime now.
All right, so yeah, thank you for that update, Jared. We'll go ahead and take a break again, thanks to Star Roofing, Eck Heat and Air, and H&H Roofing. Going to cut in here to Dave Ramsey and bring John Leonard in on the phone. John, what's it like and where are you at?
Well, Matt, the rain has picked up. I am just south of Tyro. I'm maintaining my position here because I have top of the hill overlooking the valley to the south, and I have a really good view of what's going on. As I look over towards the west, it looks like there's some really heavier rain and possibly some hail just to the west, maybe southwest of Caney. So folks in Caney want to be aware of that, especially the potential for hail embedded in that and some straight-line winds. Here just south of Cairo, the rain has picked up. I wouldn't call it a heavy rain right now, more of a moderate rain, but very steady. And again, just to the west and southwest of here, very dark skies. It looks like some heavier stuff there. Again, it looks to be just to the south, maybe southwest of Caney, heading that direction. So, folks in Caney, you can expect some very heavy rain, some possibly heavier straight-line winds, as well as hail embedded in that storm. Again, we're still seeing some lightning off to the south and southwest, so there is lightning in this storm as well. So I just want to report on that. Matt, back to you at the studio.
All right, thank you, John. And Jared, we sent Jared out to check on that fire, and it looks like, Jared, everything A-okay.
Yeah, for the most part, there was just a little bit of smoke. It was in a backyard of a home out there at in between 2nd and Elm, and kind of in that area. And it was taken care of. There's no emergency services that were there. The family was kind of just in the backyard, kind of keeping an eye out on it. So.
All right. Well, we appreciate you running out and checking on that. And we did get a call, a report of some rain in the Cherryville area. Still looks like nothing too serious here in Coffeyville. You just came back from that. Was it was sprinkling earlier. Is it still doing anything? Or?
It was raining pretty good. Like the further you go north, it's going to rain a little bit harder, I think. But nothing too severe. It wasn't just blasting down rain quite yet. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at now.
Well, according to the future radar, looking at it over here, it does look like at some point, maybe around 7 o'clock, all of Montgomery County, for the most part, is going to get kind of just pelted with rain. But hopefully it stays a little less severe, or at least maybe to the north of us if it does get that way. So, but yeah, you can tell it's dark out there. It's getting darker, and the wind is blowing pretty significantly. So definitely want to thank our weather sponsors, Star Roofing, Eck Heat and Air, and H&H Roofing. Back here on the Mighty 690 KGGF, John is in the Caney area and says it's raining pretty hard there. John, what's it look like?
Yes, Matt, I'm in Caney right now, and it is coming down very heavy. In fact, in the drive over on Highway 166 from Cairo to Caney, the rain was very heavy, and visibility was very poor along the highway. So if you're out on the highways, be advised to be very careful around the 166 area between Cairo and Caney. The visibility is very poor. Again, here in Caney right now, very heavy rain, dark skies, occasional lightning. The wind is moderate at this point, not damaging, and we have no hail at this time, just very heavy rain. So, again, if you're out on the highways, especially between Cairo and Caney on Highway 166, do be careful. You may even need to pull off the road as visibility is very, very poor right now with the heavy rain. Reporting from Caney, I'm John Leonard for KGGF.
Thank you, John, and be careful out there, John. Definitely be careful. You can hear it. You can hear it how hard it is raining on his car. I remember one of the previous times, one of the many times that we've come up here and done severe weather coverage, we tried to get John on the phone and we couldn't hear anything except for how hard it was hailing on his car. Man. So, but yeah, thanks to John for checking in with us. And yeah, it's almost
very dark out.
Yeah, it's gotten very, very dark, and we'll continue to update you on this. Hopefully it I'll check the radar here in just a second, but it looked like we were gonna escape there for a bit, but I think that may not be the case anymore. It looks like it has definitely gotten more intense in our area, and of course, anyone tuning in to Dave Ramsey, we apologize as we are currently interrupting that show. So you'll have to learn how to save your money some other time. So looking kind of at the radar here. I have this where it goes to the future. Has the expected radar, and it looks like we're gonna get rain up until probably 8 o'clock or so. Now Connor is driving back from Wichita, where he had a game this afternoon. He is in about the Fredonia area right now, and said it doesn't look to be storming too bad there. So that does bode well for the people in that area, and yeah, that kind of lines up with the radar. But he's about to hit it, because it's as he gets closer to Coffeyville, he'll start to see some of that rain. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad, at least in the area, and hopefully it doesn't get too bad. But I mean, you're looking outside right now, you can really see the lightning strikes.
Yeah, especially out to the south, mainly, is where those lightning strikes are coming from. When I headed out to go check the fire, there was lightning strikes just kind of out in the south area. Not really in the north. I think that's just where the green is on the radar, but out to the south is where that you get into that yellow, red, and orange kind of stuff.
All right. Well, we'll see. Connor said he asked if we wanted him to call in, so we'll see if he calls. But yeah, so. It's that time of the year. This is what we see, and we are, Jared. You were not a part of those, but we are two-time, back-to-back, defending award-winning severe weather coverage championship stations.
I'm very happy to be a part of that.
So yeah, so you tuned into the right place when you tuned in to the Mighty 690. But yeah, we'll continue to keep you updated, and this is probably the start of what could be a decent amount of severe weather for the spring. We are going to call. I think that's Connor, so we'll go to them. Connor, is that you?
Yeah, this is Connor Harvett here on the highway. Of course, I'm on US 400 at the moment, actually at the Fredonia Turnpike. And currently, there's not much of any in the term of rain, but I did see a huge lightning strike as I kind of drove by. So not really storming too hard out here at Fredonia just yet, but I don't know which direction really the storm's kind of going in. I'm not really listening in here at the moment. Just thought I'd figure I'd call in and help you guys out and let you know what's going on in Fredonia. But yeah, not much in the way of rain, but I do see a few lightning strikes out here.
Yeah, it does kind of look like you're going to be driving into that here coming up, looking at the radar. So, yeah, prepare for rain as you get closer to, like, the Independence and Coffeyville area.
All right, thanks for the heads up. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Connor. I don't know if you could hear that, but I look up, we saw a big lightning strike, and then we could hear some thunder. So it is starting to really get into our area, and yeah, you just kind of can look out the window here, the KGGF studio, and start to really see the lightning. So again, thanks to our wonderful severe weather sponsors, Star Roofing, Egg Heat and Air, and H&H Roofing. Back here on the Mighty 690, interrupting Dave Ramsey momentarily as we go to the phones. John Leonard, he's back in Tyro. John, how's it looking out there?
Well, it's still coming down pretty hard, Matt. Not quite as hard as it was in Caney on my last report. It started to let off in Caney as the back end of the heaviest storms moved out of Caney to the north and northeast. Here in Tyro, the rain is, again, heavy, but not as hard and heavy as it was in Caney about 10, 15 minutes ago. I would say the biggest hazard right now is the drivers, especially along Highway 166 between Caney and Coffeyville, as the darkness of night begins to move in, along with the heavy rain. Driving can be a bit hazardous. Visibility is not at its best, especially as the darkness moves in. We're still seeing some lightning flashes around the area as well. No hail, and I will let you guys know. I know my last report, you said it was rather hard to hear because the hail on the vehicle, that was not hail. That was actually rain. It was coming down that hard in Caney on my last report. It was actually rain, not hail. But again, heavy rains continue, or hard rains continue, as well as some lightning flashes in the area. Again, I've seen no hail, though, as of this time. Again, I just want to warn drivers, especially driving on Highway 166 between Caney and Coffeyville, to use caution, pull off if you have to be, because with the darkness moving in, heavy rains continuing, visibility is not very good. Reporting for KGGF, I'm John Leonard.
Thank you, John, and of course, I appreciate all your updates. So, man, raining that hard a while ago. You just took a quick jog outside. What's it look like out there, Jay?
It's getting pretty rough out there. It's coming down really hard, and on 8th Street, which is where we are, on the north side of the street, it's flooded pretty good. So if you're driving west on 8th Street, I'd be definitely cautious. You're going to have to probably drive a little bit closer to the middle of the street.
8th Street, especially when you get like to the high school area as well, the water there can build up pretty quickly. So be careful driving on 8th Street. I think 4th and 5th, maybe 5th and 6th, can have some of that issue as well.